What's up, y'all? Carolina Takedown Talk is here live in Greensboro at the Coliseum.
We're back. We are back home.
Getting ready to get kicked off. Weigh-ins are started about 5 minutes ago. 3A is in the building. They're going to go first, then 4A, then 2A tonight, 1A starting tomorrow. Rhett and I are here to lay down our state champ picks, individual and team.
Let's kick it off with 1A.
Yeah, let's go.
So we've agreed. So it's actually pretty funny. I sent my picks over to Ryan last night. I went through the brackets. I waited as long as I could. Sent the picks over. And we differ maybe by like 6 or 7 picks throughout the whole tournament. It was insane. We didn't talk about it at all.
At all.
Other than just what we talked about on air and on off camera before, but nothing this week on our actual legitimate picks. So it's pretty cool that it worked out that way. But let's start off 1A 106. And I guess we should just go
let's just
pick
go
by pick here.
So I'll start. You go 113 and down the way. So
okay.
106, we both picked Jason Kennedy from Rosewood as the state champ. We haven't really talked about him much this year. He hasn't seen all the top guys, but we went with Jason Kennedy from Rosewood at 106.
Yep. 113, we go with the boys in red, all in on Avery. That's been their catchphrase, I guess, since the state duels. Ben Jordan at 113 from Avery.
Yeah, I think he's a heavy favorite there.
Yeah, I think so.
At 120, man, this one was kind of a tough one for both of us. We actually were talking about it on the way here. We almost went another way, but we ultimately decided with Tristan Hale, defending state champ, undefeated coming into the state tournament. Tristan Hale, 120, 1A state champ pick for both of us.
126, someone that we both have seen a lot this year. Mm-hmm. We're a big fan of. For the state duels, of course, I bet on Black. I put it on him, and he's been impressive all year. Jaden Now from Robbinsville is going to be our 126 pre-tournament state champ pick here.
Then at 132, we have maybe the heaviest favorite in all of 1A. I don't know. I think it's maybe a toss-up between him and a couple others, but we are both going with Aldo Hernandez from URI Charter. Aldo Hernandez, defending state champ a year ago at Montgomery Central 3A school, now at URI, and heavy favorite. We're both picking Aldo to get that state title on Saturday night.
At 138, we go back to Avery with Ethan Shell. Ethan Shell is going to do Ethan Shell stuff.
Yeah.
He's a monster, complete hammer.
Bonus his way through the last couple of state tournaments.
I think he can do it again, definitely.
Yeah, which would be big for the team race.
Yep, and back up to 145 now.
So 145, we're going with all in on Avery. All in on Avery. Now this, after 2 weights of having really a heavy favorite, right? Aldo Hernandez, Ethan Shell. We have a more wide open weight.
Yeah.
And it was kind of funny. We both went with the same guy. We're going with Jonathan Cable, Avery County.
Yep.
So
152, the man has been wrecking people all year. For the past few years now. Franklin Bennett, Mount Airy is going to be our 152 pre-tournament pick.
Yeah, and that weight's another weight where it's kind of a little wide open, right? He just took a loss to Tristan Adams at state duels, so that one's a little more wide open. But I thought one of us would be a little different on that one, but we agreed again going with
This doesn't happen a lot that we agree this much on things. There's going to be a few more here in a little while that we argue a little bit, but 1A is pretty cordial.
160, we both, this was funny too, we're both going with Grayson Roberts of URI Charter. I thought one of us was going to go Bradley Parker from Avery. I thought maybe me.
And it's a toss-up there. I mean, I think that's going to be an awesome semi.
Or a stroker from Allegheny that beat Parker in the regional finals.
Right.
But after what I saw at state duels, I went Grayson Roberts and Rhett agreed.
And then going up to 170, another monster out of Mount Airy. I think it's Connor Medvar next topic at 170.
You're going next topic.
I'm going next topic.
He's my pick. I don't know. I'm going next topic.
Pre-state tournament pick here.
I mean, other side you got Doug Bowles, South Blacklist.
I get that. I get that, but I think Medvar has been dominant enough.
I agree
that he has put his name right there, almost in cement already to me. All right.
Hey, I picked him too.
So we're going to go Connor Medvar, 170, pre-tournament state champ.
182, we're going for Kyle Fink from Robbinsville to win the state title there and close out his incredible career of being a runner-up as a freshman, state champ as a sophomore, state champ as a junior, and then finish it this year. And honestly, it's kind of a crazy career going down in weights, right? 220 as a freshman, down to 82 as a senior.
Right. All right. And then our boy, I feel like I should let you do this one because you started the hype train on this man. 195.
You know who we're going with. We're going with Cage Williams. We're going with Cage Williams at 195. He's been the best guy in 1A all year long. I think he's the best wrestler in 1A, period. I know that's a bold claim, but we're going 195, state champ, Cage Williams, 2 for 2.
And then at 220, we're going Ben Wachicha from Robbinsville. So Robbinsville is going to go 82, 95, and 220 in our minds.
And then 126, we picked Jaden Now over Logan Tortle.
Is that enough to get him a team title?
We're going to find out in a second what we think. So, but heavyweight, we could see history, right? Levi Andrews is looking to become the 10th or 11th, depending on what weight we start at with Kyle Montefiore.
182. We're starting at 182 for the finals.
182. So it looks like Levi Andrews is looking to become the 10th four-time state champ in North Carolina history.
And the heaviest.
Yeah,
Landon
Ford
state
holds
champion.
that right now.
Yes.
Won last year, being
Shout out to you,
170,
Landon.
182, 182, 182.
Yep.
Levi Andrews spending his time up at 220 and heavyweight his whole career.
Yes.
So the question for me is
all right.
not if he wins, but how much bonus does he score
how much
for
is
the
he
team
going to
race?
bonus? So, team race.
I think everybody knows where I'm at on the team race, right?
Yeah? Where are you going?
All in on Avery. I've said it all year long. Avery's the best team in 1A. Yeah. I'm going Avery again. There's nothing that's deterred my mind.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I don't. We don't lie to our listeners. We try and be as forward as we can. I had some doubts after the state duels. I had some doubts, but bet on black. Bet on black. I think the boys from the Ville, all right, led by Jaden Now, Kyle Fink, Cage Williams, Ben Wachicha. I think Robbinsville is going to take this tournament. Now we cannot sleep. We cannot sleep on Uari though.
No, Uari
is bringing 13 to the tournament. Bringing 13 to the dance. Okay, that is something
we've talked about over and over again. The more guys you bring to the tournament, the bigger margin for error you have.
Right.
And if you haven't checked it out, go to our YouTube channel. I broke down every classifications team race. Didn't make any picks on there. I just kind of walked you through how many qualifiers each team brought, maybe some key matchups and brackets, and some keys for each team that they got to win. But Rhett's going back to Robbinsville, betting on black.
Go back to the Ville, bet on black, baby.
I'm
Let's
all
go.
in on Avery.
And the
I
boys.
think Avery's going to bring home this team title.
It's going to be tight. I really think that this is not. So we did a poll on our last on our live, I think with our 1A breakdown, and it is. A lot of people are thinking that Avery's going to run away with this. That it's going to be Avery, not by how much. I think it's going to be a lot closer than that. I think Uari is going to really bring it, and I think Robbinsville is going to be able to take it.
Yeah.
With the champs they're bringing, in my opinion, that's who I'm going with. So that's it for 1A. Let's bump up to 2A here. Or do you want to bounce around a little bit? Do you want to go 3A? You want to go in order? It's up to you.
Let's go straight down.
Let's
2A.
go. All right, so 2A. Starting out, 106. So
we agreed on
this one. There's a few in 2A we don't agree with, so we're going to have a little bit of fun here. 106, from Moorhead, Jared Thomas is going to be our pick at 106 from the historic Moorhead program there. Been impressive all year, and that's who we're rolling with. So 113, we have our first disagreement here.
I went with Trent
right.
Allman from Mount Pleasant. Trent Allman, returning state placer, big key to their state title run a year ago. I think he gets it done here. Had a great regional tournament. I know his finals match did not go his way, but he was leading at the time of the fall. I'm going Trent Allman, Mount Pleasant.
Now, this was one. A lot of these picks that we disagreed on, it's funny, we were kind of flipping back and forth on our own on who the other one picked. I'm going Spencer May from Trinity.
Yes.
I think he's going to put it together. I think it's his. I think it's his year. I think he's going to take it. So let's go up to 120 here. I believe we disagreed again.
Disagree again.
I'm going to go with my boys from Bandy's Row the Boat, Bodie Kirkland.
Are you guys surprised? Homer.
Bodie Kirkland, Row the Boat, the first Bandy state champ.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he'll be on down the line here, but I think it's going to be the first one from my pick of where they're going to fall. Who you got at 120?
At 120, I'm going with last year's state runner-up at 106, RJ James. I know they wrestled already in Kirkland 1. I just got
that's a tough one because RJ can really bring it, and he can really turn it on here at the state tournament.
And that's a semi, too.
And it's a semi. Man, it's woo! We've got some fire potential semi matches. Man, it's awesome. And also, if you haven't checked out the first round matches to look for, go check out our Instagram. Ryan did an awesome graphic breaking down 1A, 2A, 3A, and 4A, the best first round matches to check out in each weight. Did a great job on that. So going up to 126 here.
We agreed on this one.
We agreed.
We're going with Tyler Holland of Wilk Central, state champ a year ago. We think he's going to get it done again.
Yep.
Stepping up to 132, though.
We disagree.
We disagree. I'm going with Connor Goodman of JM Robinson.
And I'm going to Row the Boat again. All right. Bryson Burkett out of Bandy's. This is a really tough one for me. Man, him and Goodman Goodman's tough.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with my boys from Bandy's, the boys in green, Row the Boat. I'm going Bryson Burkett there. Up to 138.
At 138,
I believe we agreed here.
I think we did agree. I went with David Makeup-son of Trinity. And so
Same
does
here.
Rhett. So David Makeup-son of Trinity bringing that one home.
Yep. And then 145, we agreed here.
And 152.
And 152.
We're
going for the Price brothers.
Back to back.
The Price is right, okay? 145, 152, 2A state champs from Surrey Central. That's our pick, Jacob Price and Jeremiah Price. Jeremiah has looked amazing all year. One of the most dominant wrestlers in the state right now. Absolutely breaks kids.
Yeah.
Watching him in the Tiger Classic finals.
He's much improved
absolutely
from a year
breaks
ago,
people.
which is scary.
He keeps on getting better, and we didn't think he could. Future Wolfpack there.
Yep.
And so, future member of the Wolfpack, I guess I should say. But that's where we're going. And now up to 160.
Going with Caleb Moore.
Come on, say it with me.
Row the boat.
There we go.
Row the boat. Going with Caleb Moore from Bandy's. He's been a man on fire since last year's state tournament. I don't think he gets denied this weekend.
Yeah.
And that 170, one of the kids who's had one of the better seasons all year long. We went with Kyler Pickard.
Out of Mount Pleasant.
He's had amazing wins on the year, beating Hartzell, beating Curry.
Yeah. Some big time wins this year.
Yeah, so
has put together an impressive year. And then at 182, I think he's been the guy all year. Raheem Jones out of North Pitt.
Yep.
I think it's his year. Extremely physical and a dominant wrestler. I can't wait to watch him in this tournament. One of my favorite guys to follow in the 2A tournament this year. Up to 195.
Where we're going with Owen Clark out of Newton Conover.
Yeah. He's going to be really big in Newton Conover's team race points. They need his points, right? Mm-hmm. They need him big.
Yeah.
They need him to show up. But 220, another guy that's going to be massive for their team race is Chase Creighton. And that's my pick.
Yep.
At 220. Too. Okay, so we agreed there.
Going for a three-time state champ.
Yep. Out of Mount Pleasant.
Creighton.
They need his points. They need him to pick up some bonus in this tournament. So at heavyweight, I think we agreed.
Yeah, we agreed again. We both went, even though he took a loss of regionals, and it was a med forfeit in the finals or injury default or something. If he's healthy, that's what we're banking on.
So we have to make our picks on what we know.
So
right?
we're going with Alex Rowland.
And what we know is that if he is healthy, Alex Rowland is the guy at 2A heavyweight.
At least that's what we believe.
We believe. We think.
We'll see.
We will see. All right, so 2A, team pick. Who you got? I guess you went first last time. I'll throw mine out first. I think it's pretty obvious. I'm going to row the boat. Bandy's, dual team, and tournament team.
All right.
State champs.
I'm not going to lie. I broke it down in the video. If you haven't checked it out, go to it. It's going to be wild. I think there's a lot of teams in the mix.
I think this is the closest team race we have.
Yeah, from Bunn to West Lincoln to Newton Conover to Mount Pleasant, even if Mount Pleasant can do what they've done in the past, to Bandy's. I'm going row the boat.
There we go.
I'm going with Bandy's.
Boat.
I'm going with Bandy's for the team title.
All right, so now up to a really exciting one.
3A.
The one that's about to kick off.
Right now.
Weigh-ins are going on.
They're weighing in right now.
They're weighing in.
Westland starts in about an hour.
So we have disagreed at a good little bit of weights here, right? So 106, the freshman from Pisgah, Kane Bryson.
Caden Bryson. Now, this weight's a little wide open.
Yeah, it is.
I think this might be a little bit, he's a little more local to us, so we kind of lean to that
We've seen him a lot this year.
Seen him a lot, but we think he's...
Seen how good he is.
He's our pick.
That's our pick. So, at 113, we do differ here. So, at 113, I'm going Carter Floyd from Ford, from Fred T. Ford. I've just been really high on him all year. Wrestled Sly last weekend in the finals. Wrestled him tough from everything that I've heard. I think he puts it together. I think that him and the Fred T. Ford boys, I think that he kind of picks up some momentum there. They were in the room with Bandies as well this week practicing. I think some of that Bandies magic might have rubbed off on Carter there. And so I'm going Carter Floyd, 113, state champ.
And I'm going with Charlie Sly, the man who beat Carter Floyd in the regional finals a week ago. Now, Rhett and I both had to leave the 3A West before that final match went down, but Sly came out on top.
And this is a tough pick for us because
this is an awesome
we
pick
love
right
both
here.
these kids. They're both great kids, and they're both really
kids.
tough.
I really think it's a 50-50 toss-up.
Yeah.
And he went one way, and I went the other.
Yep.
Charlie Sly is my 113 state champ.
So, 120.
We definitely agree on this one. We're going.
I'll let you take it.
Yeah.
Number one fan here.
Yeah, Jackson Baglio is going to be your 120 champ. Even though he's got a really good bracket, we believe pretty heavily he's going to walk away with that.
Yep. And so 126, this is the next topic of the tournament. We both agree here.
He's looking to
the
make
guy
history.
Looking to make history. Kyle Monteperto out of Cata, the leader of that team.
Trying to be the 11th four-time state champ after Levi Andrews.
And so really excited to watch him wrestle this year. And then at 132, one of our favorite wrestlers in the state to follow. Great kid. Can't wait to see where he ends up wrestling in college, but I cannot wait to see him capture a state title this year. I'm going Marcus Jackson from Central Cabarrus. I'm stealing this one from you because you always get the Central Cabarrus people. We're going with Marcus.
Yeah, take it, man. Yeah, Marcus, we got you, man. That's who we think. I think the match of that bracket is the semis, right?
Yes.
Him
it
and
is. Yeah,
so.
That's going to be a scrap. It's a tough call right there. That's a really exciting one. 138.
Jacob Cox from South Rowan, two-time state champ, third as a freshman. After what I saw him do at the state tournament last year, I told myself I would never pick against him again.
Yeah.
So I will not. He's going to, in my opinion, be the 3A 138-pound state champion. Rhett agrees with me on that one. At 145 pounds, this is a kid we saw last weekend. Super impressed.
This is a tough one to pick. This one was close.
Not for me.
Not for you. He's been impressive the past 2 years. Zach Courageous from Stuart Kramer. That we're both going to agree on that one. And I can't wait to see that bracket. That's a really fun one.
It's a fun bracket. It's definitely a lot
of fun.
The fight, Courageous quarter, potential quarter.
See, that's where I think the state champ comes out of that quarter. For me, it was really tough. I was on the fence between Courageous and Fight. And those were my two picks there. And I think the state champ comes out of that quarter. That match right there is who goes on to win a state title at 3A 145. Going up to 3A 152, I'm going to take this one. He's my boy. Everybody talks about my Inca bias. I will gladly take it for this kid. 152, my state champ pick is Grayson Harris from Inca High School. Grayson looks the best I've ever seen him look. Has been aggressive, has been dominant on his feet. If he gets to his attacks and he gets to his rhythm going, I don't think there's a person in this bracket that can touch him.
Yeah, I said last weekend to you, on air or maybe off air, that was the best version of Grayson Harris we've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I'm picking him at 152 as well. 160, do we agree? I'm going Aiden Curry of Cata. Yeah, we think that bracket's fun, though.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. And I think if he can put it together, and I think if he's healthy this week, he's going to have a great run. I really do. I think that he's going to follow up with Monteperto here and win another title.
Yeah, and he's going to, like we talked about with Kyle Fink, another legendary career, runner-up as a freshman, and maybe going for 3 years.
If
things go his way like we think, it'll be
his
third title.
So 170, it's a tough one for me. I'm going to go with Aiden McCafferty from Union Pines. It's really tough. I think a final between him and Tucker Marshall from East Henderson is what I'm really rooting for, is what I think is going to happen. And I think that Tucker's going to have to wrestle a perfect match to get there or to knock Aiden off. But I just think that Aiden has proved himself this year to be the guy, and he just hasn't given us enough to doubt it. In my opinion, he hasn't given me enough.
No, he
hasn't given me any reason to doubt him on to win a state title.
He looked very good.
Tucker's going to have to go. Marshall's going to have to go out and take it. It is going to be the theme for 3A 170. Is taking it from Aiden McCafferty.
And I agreed with Red's pick. I picked McCafferty. I think he's been the best guy all year long at that weight.
Yeah, up to 182.
We're both going another Cata kid to win a state title with Brady Ross. Get his second state title at 182. And then 195, let me go with this one. First flight till the wheels fall off. We're going with Milos Gargle. Man, state run-up a year ago, up at 3A and up at 195. Y'all knew I was going first flight on that one. Come on.
Yeah. And I agree. I'm going to go Milos as well. I do think a little bit of Ryan's first flight homerness has rubbed off on me. But I'm going to go Milos here. 195 at 220, guy that we saw this past weekend at 3A West Regional, super impressive. First time I've ever seen him in person. Dylan Smith from Ford, he's my pick for 220.
Same.
Ryan's as well. And so heavyweight, I think, is one of the most exciting or most interesting brackets. That there's a question there. You got three real contenders.
Yeah.
And Jameer,
Rory Johnson,
Rory Johnson, and Cody Hardy.
Yep.
And so my pick is going to be Jameer this year. Navy commit, going to wrestle at the Naval Academy for Kerry Colat. I think he's going to put it together, avenge that state finals loss from last year. I think it's Jameer's year.
I'm going Cody Hardy. I think he goes back-to-back. I know he took the loss to Jameer at the Holy Angels tournament, and I know that he didn't wrestle him in the regional finals for whatever reason. It don't matter to me. I'm going Cody Hardy. I just like the way he wrestles, and I've been impressed with him ever since Super 32, prior to his junior season. So going Cody Hardy from Parkwood.
There we go. All right, so 3A.
Stepping up to 4A.
No.
Oh, 3A team.
You gotta get your team pick. I gotta hear your team pick before this tournament starts.
So y'all
I
know
went first last time. It's yours.
Yeah. So I did the 1A breakdown, and I've changed the team race breakdown. And I've changed my mind over and over again. And it wasn't until after I did the breakdown that I made my pick. I'm going with Ford. I'm going with Fred T. Ford. They won the duels. I thought maybe Cata, Central Cabarrus, I picked them the way that their postseason turned out. I was leaning Cata because all the high-end points. But then I started looking. Ford's got some high-end points too.
Yep, they do.
They really do. And then they have a lot of guys on the backside. They have 10 qualifiers. They could place 8, 9, 10. They really could. So I'm going Fred T. Ford, state champs.
It's really tough because I want to go Ford. I do. After seeing them at regionals, following them this year, they've been the most dominant team. I think one of the best dual teams we've ever had in North Carolina history. But I'm going Cata. I'm going Central Academy.
I almost went there.
3A, team state champs. But I could definitely see it going to Ford.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that one.
That one's in the
balance. That one is my toss-up. That one is my one that I'm just excited to watch and kind of be a fan on. So let's wrap this up. Let's go to 4A. Go to the biggest classification here.
And I think we agree on the first 4 weights.
We agreed on the first 4, but then it gets a little choppy
106,
after that.
I've been saying it all year long. He's been my pick since day one of the season. Jackson Rowling of Huff is my pick. Now, Jason Fulmore on his website dropped a fan guide. And
if you haven't checked it out, go check it out.
Southeast Wrestle. Southeast Wrestle Plus. He's going to be here with us covering the state tournament. He'll be here probably in the middle of 4A, maybe in 2A, definitely tomorrow. And he made a comment that was interesting to me, saying that Rowling has the toughest road of all the contenders. But I still think he gets it done. He's proved it all year long.
I agree.
Rowling's going to be
Jackson Rowling from Huff. At 113, the guy, I think him and Cage Williams are on the same tier, and it's a toss-up. And I think this weekend could answer who's the best sophomore we have in the state. Cam Stinson from Mallard Creek. I'm going 113, Cam Stinson. I think we both agreed on that one. We agreed on the first 4. 120, I want to take this one.
Go for it.
I'm going with my boy Matt Rowland out of Pinecrest. Everyone thinks I doubt Pinecrest. Everyone thinks that I refuse to pick against them. Matt Rowland, 120, Pinecrest state champ.
Yeah, and 126, we're going with a 2-time defending state champion, Mark Samuel. no reason to doubt him based upon his state performances of past. But then at 132 is
we have our first disagreement here.
At 4A, and 132, we could both be wrong.
Yes.
4A, 132 is the best bracket in this tournament.
132, you throw names in a bag, you shake it up, and you pick
Yeah.
one. That's basically like picking the state champ for this bracket.
So for me,
it could be a lot of different kids here.
I'm going Eli Murray, Lake Norman, state champ.
And I really think it could fall to that. He was my second one that I flipped between these two, and I was so high on the guy that I picked earlier this year that I just went back to him. He hasn't given me, I think we saw him lose at the Tiger Classic, but he's been dominant since then. I'm going Brant Fagerman from Huff, 132 state champ. I think he's going to get the job done. Now going up to 138, I go to the lake. JT Richards. I'm going 138 state champ JT Richards out of Lake Norman.
And I'm going with Tyler Tracy. Tracy was a runner-up as a freshman, runner-up as a sophomore. I think here as a junior, he gets it done and gets a title. Tyler Tracy from Cardinal Gibbons. At 145, we agreed again.
Yep.
I think we've been pretty clear on this year, and his win over Merriman kind of solidified it for both of us last weekend. We're going with Jacob Woodburn out of Page
High School. Yep, right here, wrestling in his backyard. I think he wins the state title right here. Jacob, one of the most dominant guys that we have.
So good. So good.
Yes, his potential is so high. So, 152, I know we're going to disagree here. I'm going Jackson Buck out of Lumberton.
Yes, and I'm going with Dylan Pepin. I know Dylan Pepin from Northwest Guilford lost to Davis Freeze in the finals, and Davis Freeze can make us both look silly here.
Yes, he can. And this was a tough one. This was a tough weight for us to pick because, like you said, Davis Freeze could come through and win it. Pepin can win it. There's a lot of different guys that can bust up our picks here.
Yeah.
So moving on up.
160.
Yep.
I'm going with Pinecrest, and I'm going with Jaden Dobeck. Just after that Holy Angels run, I knew he was the person I was going to pick at this weight.
I'm going with Michael Quinones. I think he's the guy. I think it's his weight. This is another one. A 4A was riddled with weights for me that I looked at and went, man, this guy can win. This guy can win.
Yeah.
This guy can take it. If he wrestles a perfect day, or if he wrestles just a little bit of an off day, you've got to come and bring it this year in a lot of these 4A brackets. That's going to be my pick for 4A 160. So going up to 170.
A guy we've been talking about all
Yes.
year long. Tomas Brooker.
I was going to have to fight you if we disagreed on this
I know. He just, after his regional performance, after his Holy Angels performance, the way he's looked all year long, Tomas Brooker, that's who we're picking for 4A 170.
Yeah. So going up now, 182. I think he's my main next topic guy. And I'm going Devin Bell from Laney. The Campbell commit has been absolutely wrecking people all year. Has been nothing but dominant. I think it's his year.
Yeah, I'm going Devin Bell from Laney as well. And then 195, we're going with the returning champ from Corneth Holders, Caleb Beatty. He's one of my was one of my top unsigned guys in North Carolina. Now he's heading to App.
Yep.
Or uncommitted guys. He's heading to App. Really impressive. His Super 32 run was amazing. So
Yes.
going with him to bring home the title at 195.
And at 220, for I think for both of us here, I think we agree on 220 and heavyweight. The Lake's going to go back to back here. Lake Norman, they're going to get two champs from our picks. At 220, we're taking Sakari Morrison, and at heavyweight,
We're going with Carson Floyd.
yep.
We agreed there. I think Sakari Morrison, Nathan Carnes final could be fireworks.
Oh man, that
And
could be a
then
lot of fun.
That Rylan Van McCallop quarter is
Woo!
maybe the best
Yes,
potential
that
quarter
is.
in 4A. And one of those guys going to challenge Floyd. I think it might be one of the ones I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah.
So those are our individual picks.
What's your
Let's
4A
do
team pick?
4A team. All right, so before the duels, I was picking Pinecrest, right, to come out of the East. I was picking Northwest Guilford to come out of the West. I picked Northwest Guilford as the dual champs. For the individual tournament, I'm going Laney. Laney's going to win the individual tournament. It's going to be fire matchups, but I'm going Laney.
I think Laney definitely can do it. I'm going to stick with my guns and go with the Lake Norman. I think that they're going to have the backside points. I think their guys are going to all wrestle tough. They're going to have a few state champs too. I'm going Lake Norman, 4A, state champ. So for me, 1A I went Robbinsville, 2A I went Bandy's, 3A I went Cata, and 4A I went Lake Norman. For Ryan,
I went Avery, Bandy's, Ford, Laney.
Yeah, so we only agree on one.
Yep.
And so prove me right, please. So that wraps up our pre-tournament picks. We want to talk a little bit. We are going to be doing so every day at the end of the day. We're going to do a full day of wrestling recap, and we're also going to be doing pre-round previews. Okay, today. I think this will be our preview video for the day.
Yep.
And
we'll see you guys tonight.
Yes.
At when wrestling finishes, we'll kind of get a good gauge. Should be probably about, it's going to be late. It's probably about 10:30, 10.
We all know wrestling here. We have no clue what the times are going to be.
Pay attention to our YouTube channel.
Subscribe to it. Click the bell. That's going to notify you when we do post things and we go live.
Pay attention to the Instagram. Pay attention to the Facebook. We're going to drop it on there when we're going. So we're going to do previews before the quarters and semis tomorrow, preview before the finals on Saturday, and recaps at the end of each night about what happened that day. And we're going to try to get some fire clips for you guys and put together a little something. So thanks for listening. Who are your state champ picks? Put it in below.
Let us know. Good luck, everybody. Wrestle tough. If we didn't pick you, prove us wrong. All right, that's how we always go about it here. If we did not pick you, prove us wrong. Look, if you guys have checked out our video of, a word from past NC wrestlers, the biggest theme here and the thing that we want to pass along before wrestling starts today is have fun. Wrestle your heart out. All right, have fun. Leave everything out there on the mat. Leave no regret, and just do the thing. Right? Let's go. We are back in the Coliseum.
Let's
We're
go.
home. Have fun. Don't take it for granted. Good luck.